Hey guys, Toast here. So I want to take a few minutes just to talk about Leave No Trace, or LNT. What it means to me, why it's different from fly camping that people are seeing a lot on the news, and then I'm going to throw a challenge out that most wild campers may very well hate me for, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm confident. So Leave No Trace is it's a wild camper's sort of ethos. It's the mentality that we use. And it means that you leave only footprints, you take only memories. Whatever you take out, whatever goes into this rucksack, when you leave the house, goes back into the rucksack for the walk home again. Now, I'm only doing one night wild camps, so that's dead easy for me, whatever happens. Because I had all my tea and my breakfast in the bag. I had 2 tins and a couple of wrappers, a couple of like breakfast bar things. I've still got 2 tins. They're empty, but the tins are in the rucksack. I've still got the wrappers for those breakfast bars. They're in my pocket because I've not found a bin to put them in. And they'll stay in my pocket until I get home. I'll put them in a bin at home. The idea behind Leave No Trace is, I've been camping. Technically speaking, you shouldn't camp in the UK unless you're at a campsite. So, and you know what, I need to touch base on that a little bit. So in Scotland, there is a legal right to roam. UK generally doesn't have this. It's only Scotland. So you don't have that in England and Wales. I don't think you have it in Ireland either, but I'm not certain on that one. Now that means that realistically you should not be camping wild. However, it comes down to a trespass. And that then comes down to what you should and shouldn't be doing and where you should and shouldn't be camping. Last night I was camping in open access land. It was either Woodland Trust or something along those lines. Now, had a Woodland Trust ranger seen me there, he would have been well within his rights to ask me to move along. I would not have been able to refuse that. If I had refused that, then he would have been well within his rights to get the police involved. And that's kind of where it stands on a legal stance. Yes, you shouldn't really do it if you want to be absolutely technical about it, but if you want to be absolutely technical about it, you shouldn't do 32 in a 30 zone. And how many people can say that they don't? People speed, that's actually more illegal than wild camping. Speeding is a criminal offence. Wild camping is not a criminal offence. The criminal offence is that you can be done for trespass if you refuse to move on when asked to do so. Nobody asked me to move on, and that then brings me on to the Leave No Trace piece. Because if a ranger was to turn up today at where I camped, would he know that I had camped there last night? The answer is no. Categorically, he would not know. Yes, I had a fire, but there is no remains of that fire that can be seen. He'd have to dig to try and find that fire, and he'd have to know exactly where to dig to that point as well. Is there rubbish anywhere? No. Is there any equipment left for others to trip over or others to have to tidy up? No, it's all in my rucksack. That's the Leave No Trace ethos. That's the whole point of wild camping. You take it out with you, you bring it back home. End of. These people that you're seeing on the news where they've left tents in the wild for other people to pick up, that is not wild camping. That's fly camping. And we call it fly camping because it's akin to fly tipping. They're just dumping rubbish in the countryside. Those people aren't interested in the experience of being out in nature. They're interested in going into the woods with a load of their mates, with a load of beer, getting absolutely smashed, and then going home the next morning and not having to tidy up. It's not what we should be doing. We should follow Leave No Trace. If you take it out, if you can carry it there, then you can carry it home again. I think that's rant over on the Leave No Trace. But I am going to throw a challenge out there. So most wild campers won't tell you where they camped. I'm going to this once, because the challenge for me is, can anybody actually positively identify my campsite last night? I know that there's only 3 people in the world that should be able to, which is me and the 2 canal boat men that I was talking to, who offered me a brew last night before I set up camp. And they can identify it because they could see my camp from their canal boats. And it was a good 200 meters away, but they could just about see me. Other than that, nobody should be able to identify that campsite in any way, shape or form. So on that basis, I'm quite happy to tell you all that last night I camped about 200 meters from the Trent and Mersey Canal, situated approximately 1 mile from Preston Brook. If anybody can find and positively identify the exact spot that I camped last night, I will quite happily make you a commemorative thing out of wood. For those who don't know, I am a wood turner, I'm a woodworker, and I will make you something and say that you beat the Leave No Trace, or you beat Toast's Leave No Trace challenge, and we'll see where we get to. I don't believe that anybody would be able to find that. I made sure that there was no rubbish. I made sure that no traces of me there were left at all. And to that end, good luck to anybody that wants to pick up the challenge. Right, I'll leave it there. That's probably a longer video than I should have given. Speak to you all soon.